I don't believe in progressive taxation. I think it's wrong. I think it hurts everyone. I know Teddy Roosevelt. Yes, I know inheritance. I know how it all. Yes, I get it. But if you have the code we have, you bake into the politics division, and because of the government paying out and some paying proportionally more and some paying nothing at all, as stated, paying out, actually benefiting from the tax code that way, it will not register the cost of government. Now, government, I think, would like the progressive tax code because they're into protecting power. Not all, but see, here's the thing. I factor in human nature to the equation. Well, yeah, that makes you a genius. No, it doesn't make me a genius. According to the left, if I do that, I might as well be dragging my knuckles. But I don't believe we escape that. I think people act in their own self-interest. And we see that with the growth of government. And when we talk about reforming government, oftentimes we get straw man arguments of taking away everything. We also get the presentation of how people have benefited from government, and it's government that has made the United States successful. Let's break this one down real quick. U.S. soldier, U.S. armed forces, the people who've defended the United States has allowed for the security for us to be successful. Let's be clear, okay? That is a function of the federal government. It's actually why governments form in the form of protection, but that goes into a totally different conversation. I want to move to the idea of the role of government, your dreams. You have dreams, right? God put something on your heart. He's given you gifts. I know you do. I know you do. Because you are a unique creation. In His image. That's what we are. And so with those dreams, I want the opportunity to make those things happen. Now, so many of us, included, me included at times, certainly. When God puts something on your heart, He gives you the bicycle, but you got to pedal it. I have a tremendous respect for people who are small business owners of any kind, quite frankly, people who start businesses. What a risk. Maybe it was because I saw what my dad did and the risk he took. Maybe it was the fact that I've seen it demonized and people taking the success of others and belittling it, denigrating it. Maybe it's because of these types of comments. And that would be clip number 1. Roll it.
If you've been successful, you didn't get there on your own. You didn't get there on your own. I'm always struck by people who think, well, it must be because I was just so smart. There are a lot of smart people out there. It must be because I worked harder than everybody else. Let me tell you something. There are a whole bunch of hard-working people out there. If you were successful, somebody along the line gave you some help. There was a great teacher somewhere in your life. Somebody helped to create this unbelievable American system that we had that allowed you to thrive. Somebody invested in roads and bridges. If you got a business, you didn't build that. Somebody else made that happen.
I'm confused because I pay for the roads and bridges as you do. Now, understand, I think I'd be perfect for his rhetoric because I'm not. We looking at the top percent. We look at that. We say the vast majority of us are doing our best to get by, pay our bills, and succeed. The love of money is the root of all evil. Let me repeat that. The love of money is the root of all. Money is not evil in itself. Could be good to help out people in need, rescue women and children out of sex slavery. The love of money, yeah, root of all evil. When I think of the love of money, I look at the 10th commandment and I think, oh, wow, violating that and coveting what others have. Yeah, that's something. I'm just, you see, I'm breaking this down. 1-888-589-8840. 1-888-589-8840. Let me know what you think about paying taxes. Are you happy with the current tax code? Would you change it? 1-888-589-8840. You don't have to be an accountant to answer this question. My question is, do you think the tax code as it is fair? Things are just swimming the way they are. 1-888-589-8840. 888-589-8840. We're going to take your calls. They haven't paid tax today. Also, feel free to talk to me about your dreams, what you want to do, and what President Obama just said, because I have met small business owners and I've met mid-level business owners and large business owners, and you know what? They work very, very hard. See, the idea is that if I have to pay so much in taxes and that goes up as I produce more, that means I have to work more hours, spend more time at work as opposed to with my family. That's not something I want to do. That's just another point to it all. But hey, let's go to your phone calls. Tom in Texas. Tom, welcome.
Hey, welcome, Crane.
Great to be with you. Your thoughts on the tax code?
I think these taxes are a way they have of moving wealth from the workers to the non-producers. It's the quickest, easiest way, and I don't like to pay taxes and then watch them waste the money. If they were doing a better job, I get real fearful. I'll be honest with you. On April the 15th,
yes,
until my accountant gets through with my taxes, last year we had to pay in an enormous amount, and we paid in already all year long. And
yes,
this year I got a little rebate back, but it's the first in many, many years. And it was because we lost money in our business this year. But it gets old, and I do wish we had a fair tax or a flat tax, but I don't see it coming because our politicians are corrupted by this tax system that we have right now. That's the way they get reelected.
Tom, and, I hear you in so many ways. Stay with me for a second here because I've got to ask you, you run your own business, it sounds like.
Yes.
And tell me, when the president made that comment a couple of years back, what was your response to that?
Well, I think every business owner that's successful does every job. He's a floor sweeper.
Amen.
He's a salesman. He's the first one there and the last one to leave.
Amen.
And he takes it home with him. And he sleeps on it. And God gives. I believe that God gives us direction. But you have to work to make a success in business. And no, I took offense to that.
Yeah.
I really did. There are a lot of smart people, and there are a lot of people that work, and there are people that work real hard and don't make it. I understand that. But every successful business person, I believe, has done his homework as far as working. You don't just it's not an easy thing to run a business.
No, it is not. Tom, first and foremost, I'm honored that you listen to the show. I'm not patronizing you, but it is an honor to speak with you. And I think you speak for so many. And they need a voice. You need a voice. We all need the voice. I would take one exception in a good way. I think there is going to be change in the tax code. I think the movement is growing. We're going to talk to Pete Sepp about it at the top of next hour because we have seen what government can do. We've gotten a full frontal of government overreach and the demonization of business and businessmen and women and the free market. And I think America's ready for change. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Hey, Tom, thank you.
I enjoy your show.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Great to be with you. 1-888-589-8840. 1-888-589-8840. Your thoughts on the tax code, business, the comment of President Obama. You all can just weigh in on this one. Your dreams, what you want to do. How is that impacted by the rhetoric you hear and policies? Adam, Ohio, welcome.
Well, how you doing, Kramer? Good to talk to you.
Good to talk with you.
Every night driving home from work. I think you're a great man, and keep striving.
Oh, wow.
But
Thank
what
you.
I would like to say is I think that your quote was perfect. Well, it wasn't your quote. God's quote was, the love of money is the root of all evil. And I think people need to realize that money is actually what's controlling people's lives. And unfortunately, the people that run the money show they are run by evil. And if we can just come together in small communities, get away from federal taxation, get away from the Federal Reserve, and start getting back to our roots of what made this country great, and that's just simple simplicity, love for Christ, and love for one another.
Adam,
That's all I really had to say.
okay, but real quick, I just wanted to ask you this question because I don't know about the people running the money. I know the people printing the money. We know who they are to a degree, and we know what that does to the value of money. But what I'm getting is the idea is to bring things back to localize things, not have the power of the federal government. Now, I'm taking license with your comment. You can disagree, and I don't mean disrespect by it. But I think the idea of serving Christ is serving others, taking care of those in need, and helping them actually either get a great education, do what we can do, but to have the resources to do that in the best way possible, and also to have a system that would offer that competition. Now, you can agree, disagree. You could say, Crane, you totally missed my point. Totally cool. Your thoughts?
No, you didn't miss my point, and you have a great view on that. My view is just more of a personal view where I had a job that controlled my life through money, and I've given to others, and I found out that the main thing I could give to somebody is what God has given me, and that is the love that He's given me, and to shine that through to, like you say, salt and light. I mean, that's what we need to do to one another. And yeah, I don't. My opinion is I don't think that big government. I don't believe God is with it. I don't believe God is with systems, man-made systems. I believe He is with. He didn't make Adam and Eve in a high-rise hotel. He made us out in the Garden of Eden. And if Adam would have never fell, where would we be? So I just think we need to get back to simple things and learn how to live off the land and live with each other and get away from money.
Man, I appreciate your point of view, and it really speaks to God putting things on individuals' hearts. And Adam, I don't know if we'll see eye to eye on everything, but man, I thank you for your phone call and your perspective.
Hey, thanks for having me, Crane. And
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
God bless you. 1-888-589-8840. 1-888-589-8840. And we go to Mike in Virginia.
Hello, Crane.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
God bless you. Always good to hear your show.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
Good to hear you.
yeah, I'm a Yankee living in the South here. Anyway, just wanted to talk about a couple of things. I'm going to try to keep them short.
Okay, we've got about a minute now. I can hold your call till the flip side of the break, and you can comment, or you can go right now and go rapid fire. Just don't call me a racist, then I'll have to hold you over.
Well, let me start, and if you think it's worth holding me, then do it.
All right.
I am a big proponent of the fair tax. The current tax code really, the only thing it serves is to enable people in Congress to mold and shape society the way they want it, and to enrich themselves. And the fair tax is something that's not easy to explain. So I kind of would like to suggest to people to go and get the book, the Fair Tax Book. That's the name of the book. It's written by a talk show host named Neil Bortz.
Sure.
And a Republican congressman from Georgia named Linder, I think his name was. And it's so crystal clear when people understand how much tax they pay every time they buy something, anything, because when we buy something, we are paying the taxes of all the companies that had anything to do with making it.
I think that's it. And Mike, not cutting you short here, I think you've made a great point. I think it fair tax, flat tax. I'm more of the flat, but I could live with the fair. Excellent point. And you got the name of the book out, and I'll repeat it on the flip side of the break. I appreciate your phone call. We're moving forward. Thank you, my friend. Crane Durham's Nothing But Truth AFR Talk.